Hello, I'm Kate Tichina and you are watching InstaForex News presented to you by InstaForex News team. The Swiss franc is correcting itself, possibly what should cheer the board of the National Bank of Switzerland up. During the largest part of the previous year, the Central Bank of Switzerland was making active verbal and factual interventions into forex market in order to stop the franc strengthening, or euro-franc pair fall below 1.50 level. However, in the middle of the previous month, the central bank apparently stopped its market interference, allowing the downfall of euro-franc pair fall below 1.50. This evoked assumptions that the Swiss economic recovery became stable enough to endure a slight franc reinforcement. From that time on, euro-franc pair fall is trading under 1.50. The market participants provoke the fall of the pair to 1.48 point, periodically trying to learn if it can be the next level which will make the National Bank of Switzerland act. Some of the market players consider the pain threshold of euro-franc pair fall for the central bank to be somewhere between 1.45 and 1.46. Nevertheless, the recent events show that the euro will possibly not fall down at such a low level, even without the interference of the National Bank of Switzerland. Actually, the newly released data point that the Swiss economy is not strong enough, and taking into account the increase in the investors' risk incline at the beginning of 2010, the franc is likely to start being sold. It will lead to the rise of euro-franc pair fall higher than 1.50 and will lower the risk of some actions on the part of the central bank. Moreover, on Monday, it became known that the Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index in Switzerland fell considerably for the first time on year. In most of the leading economies, on the contrary, an intense growth of the index was recorded. Even the freshest news about the mergers and purchases evidently work against the franc. The intentions of the Novartis company to increase the degree of its participation in Elkan ought to result in sales of the franc versus the US dollar, bearing in mind that Elkan shares are sold as American depository receipts. If this is not sufficient for the franc weakening, then the recent strengthening of the world's investors' risk incline, which shows that the asylum currencies will not be in demand, guarantees that the franc will lose its support again. Thus, now there is no necessity for the National Bank of Switzerland to act against the franc reinforcement, and its board can calmly observe the national currency self-descent. It was Forex News provided to you by InstaForex News team. Goodbye.